Vice President Constantino Chiwenga has been seen taking part in high-level government and party activities in Zimbabwe, and recent observations around his movements, especially reports of him arriving earlier than expected at important meetings, have now become part of the ongoing political discussion in the country. Now listen carefully and stay with this story, because it is not just about timing alone. It is about presence, discipline, and the way top leaders position themselves in serious government systems. And before we continue, do not forget to like this video and subscribe, because more updates like this will keep coming and you do not want to miss any of them. In Zimbabwe's political structure, the vice president is not a small position at all. This is a very senior office, part of the highest level of decision-making in the country, working closely with the president and other top officials to guide national policies, security decisions, economic direction, and party administration. So every movement, every appearance, and every participation in meetings carries meaning beyond what the public may casually see. Recent public engagements show that Chiwenga has remained active within state and party functions, attending important meetings where key decisions are made regarding governance and national development direction. And in politics like this, consistency matters a lot because it shows influence, involvement, and stability within the system. Now, what makes this particular situation interesting is the attention around his arrival pattern. In many official settings, leaders often have expected arrival times based on protocol, scheduling, and internal coordination. So when a top official consistently shows up earlier than expected, it becomes something people in political circles observe closely. But let us be clear here. Arriving early does not automatically mean something negative or suspicious. In many cases, it can simply reflect discipline, readiness, and seriousness about responsibilities. It can also mean preparation time before major discussions begin, especially in meetings where important national matters are going to be discussed. So what we are seeing here is not a crisis story, but rather a behavior observation within high-level governance. And before we go deeper, if you are enjoying this update, please take a second to like this video and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and it also makes sure you get more updates like this directly. Now let's talk about the political environment around this. Zimbabwe has a very structured political system where the ruling party plays a major role in governance. Within that structure, senior leaders often balance both government duties and party responsibilities. This means their schedules are usually very packed, involving meetings, briefings, strategy sessions, and national assignments. So when someone at the level of vice president is seen active and present, it usually reflects ongoing engagement in those responsibilities. But what makes people pay attention is when patterns change, even slightly. In politics, small changes are often noticed quickly because they can sometimes reflect larger internal movements or shifts in focus. Now again, I want to emphasize something very important here, so nobody misunderstands this discussion. There is no confirmed official statement suggesting any problem, crisis, or internal conflict connected to these observations. What exists is public attention and interpretation of normal political activity. Still, in leadership environments, perception matters a lot. Let's break it down in a simple way. When a top leader starts showing up earlier than usual, three main interpretations often come up in political analysis. First, it can simply mean increased preparation. The leader may want more time to review documents, align with advisors, or prepare for discussions before they begin. Second, it can reflect stronger engagement. Sometimes leaders increase their presence when important national or party matters are being handled. Third, it can be a sign of internal repositioning within routine leadership duties, where individuals ensure they are fully present in decision-making spaces. But none of these automatically point to anything negative. They are just standard interpretations used in political analysis. Now let's step back and look at the role of Vice President Chiwenga in Zimbabwe's governance structure. He has been a long-standing figure in the country's political and military history. Before entering full political leadership, he had a strong background in the military system, which shaped his leadership style, discipline, and approach to national service. This background often influences how he operates in government, especially in structured environments like official meetings and state functions. In many cases, leaders with military backgrounds tend to be very punctual, very structured, and very disciplined when it comes to timing and protocol. So again, arriving early could also simply align with that personal leadership style. Now, before we continue, if you are still watching, please like this video and subscribe. We are going deeper into this story, and what comes next may give you a clearer understanding of how political leadership works behind the scenes. Another important thing to understand is that in African politics generally, timing and presence are not small details. They are often symbolic. Being early can be seen as respect for authority, seriousness toward responsibility, or even readiness for major announcements. But at the same time, political observers are always careful not to overinterpret normal behavior, because not every action has hidden meaning. Sometimes, a leader is simply doing their job. Still, because of the public interest in Zimbabwe's political environment, even normal movements often become discussion points. And this is exactly what is happening here. People are observing, analysts are commenting, and the public is trying to understand whether these small changes in behavior reflect anything bigger happening within the leadership structure. But again, at this stage, everything remains within normal government activity. There is no official communication suggesting anything unusual. And that is why it is important to stay grounded in facts, while also understanding how political interpretation works. Now let me pause here.